Today we talk about Google Analytics annotations. This show is for everyone working at the coalface. Digital, business, marketing, social. This is At the Coalface with your host, Jason Greenwood. Hello everybody, I'm Jason Greenwood. Welcome to episode 15 of At the Coalface. I'm coming to you from my backyard, my back garden in Cumu, Auckland. I'll give you a little bit of a quick look around. Garden over there, a few of our chickens. We do keep chickens for fresh eggs, and it's a reasonably big backyard. But anyways, the reason I'm coming to you from my backyard, sitting out here in the greenery, is that it is Good Friday here. And so I have the day off work and just reflecting on the last couple of months and a few of the other things going on in the digital space, and wanted to go ahead and shoot a video while I was here. It's pretty relaxing setting to be able to do this, so I consider myself pretty privileged that I get to come out to a sort of semi-rural setting when I get home from a long day at work. It's a bit of a refuge, and really like living out here. And it's a semi-rural part of Auckland, so really thankful that I can live out here, and it's easy access via train, just down the train tracks to the office. So, anyways, what I want to talk to you about today is the importance of leveraging Google Analytics annotations in your business, or any analytics package really that you use. And using that as a bit of a chronological timekeeper, if you will, like a bit of a digital diary, if you will, of major events and actions that are happening in your business. Annotations in Google Analytics are effectively little notes that are time-stamped or date-stamped when you enter them into analytics. And the beauty of that is that when you look across a chronological history of any report, so whether that be, over a 3-month span, a 6-month span, 12-month span, whatever it is, the time frame that you choose for your reporting and analytics, you will be able to see all of the annotations sitting as little flagged notes at the bottom of that time span. So if you see a dramatic change in a report happening, and you can see that coinciding with an event that happened in your business, then you can start to connect some dots. Now, they won't always correlate. Correlation does not necessarily mean causation, but it certainly gives you a place to start. And if you implement this faithfully across the whole of your business, then it means that every major event that happens, every activity that you do, whether it be a marketing activity, whether it be a functional change on your website, let's say you implement a new site search technology, or you implement new personalization technology, or new marketing blocks on your homepage, or let's say you do an entire redesign of your website, a new relaunch. Let's say you start a promotion, or you send out a specific campaign, an email, an EDM campaign, or you do some other major change in your business, like you change your free shipping threshold on your website, and you want to start seeing what the impact of that is on conversion and revenue and various other metrics that you're tracking. Site search optimization, as you continue to do that across your website, if you continue to improve that and make changes to the site search experience, then you'll want to track those changes that you make. Especially if you're doing optimization for a specific query, you'll want to put a little note, an annotation in Google Analytics that you've made that change on that specific day, so that you can track looking forward. And as you get some data under your belt, as you get 2, 3, 4 months data under your belt, you can look back at that change and you can see whether that was a positive change or a negative change. And from a more strategic perspective, you can start making decisions around investments that you make. So you can say, okay, well, look, if we're spending 3 hours a week on site search optimization and we can put a cost on that for the business, do we see an improvement? So do we see an increase in the percentage of our site visitors that use site search in the first place. And the reason that they would do that is because they're having an improved site search experience, and so they trust search more, they trust the results more, and they start using it more. Do those particular words that we're optimizing for on site search, do they convert at a better rate over time? So is our investment worthy of the additional outcome, the improvements that we're seeing overall, the metrics that we're trying to improve? Is the tactical work that we're doing and the investment that we're putting into that tactical work, is it justified based on the improved commercial outcomes in the business or other outcomes that you're looking for out of the business? And so you'll want to implement, this diarized structure across the entire business, not just in marketing, not just in your e-commerce department, not just in your IT department, but in dispatch, in customer service, all the various different operational areas of your business. When there are significant changes that happen, if you change a policy structure, if you change, for example, let's say you change the cutoff time that you will ship orders out up to, you'll want to put that change. You want to diarize and annotate that change in Google Analytics. And this is also very, very important when you think about new people coming into your business, particularly management level staff that need to have a historical understanding of major things that have happened in the business. Short of having that diarized somewhere else, or short of having that anecdotally passed down from either the person that that you're replacing, that manager is replacing, or anecdotally around the office, having that diarized down to the specific date is really, really important for those new managers to be able to come in, to quickly assimilate into the business, to quickly understand the timeline of certain changes and activities within the business, and so that they can see the impact that those changes have had. So I would encourage you to, everyone should be running a website analytics package on their website. If not Google Analytics, then some other analytics package. There's the Adobe Analytics package. There's a number of commercialized and paid analytics packages. Most businesses will be running, at least initially, they'll be running Google Analytics because it's a free and very, very good analytics package, Clickstream Analytics package. And so, like I said, from a strategic perspective, it allows you to holistically track major initiatives, changes, activities, etc., in a chronological way, and to start tying those back to different changes in results and performance of your online business. And also, you'll want to start tracking things like major initiatives that you do across social media, and any sort of content initiatives that you do, any content programs that you initiate. You'll want to start tracking the start of those initiatives and any major events that happen across those initiatives, so that you can start seeing maybe, for example, you'll start tracking an increase in the percentage of traffic contribution from Facebook or from some of the other social platforms that you're taking activities on, from Twitter, etc. So it's very, very important for you to be able to start connecting the dots from a data perspective in your business. And Google Analytics is a great way to do that. Starting to annotate using those little tags called annotations, and almost every analytics package has the ability to keep notes of specific activities within the analytics package itself, and those sit directly underneath those reports that you might be visualizing at that given point in time, and you can start connecting the dots between those activities and actions and business performance or business outcomes. Short of implementing a business-wide BI tools such as Domo or some of the other Tableau or some of the other business-wide analytics tools that bring in data sets from your ERP system and bring in data sets from your order management system and bring in information and data from your website analytics package, and those types of platforms, analytics and business intelligence tools can bring in data streams via API from many other systems. But short of having something like that, and those systems are quite expensive, you can look at, a Domo implementation can run, $50K, and then you're looking at, a pretty hefty user license per year for that software. So business intelligence packages are typically quite expensive. What you can start doing, however, is as a first step, is to use something that's free like Google Analytics, but start getting every division, every area of the business much more actively involved in diarizing their activities, their changes, their operational changes. And then you can start connecting that to different business results as a first step, and before you get to the size where you warrant and justify the implementation of a site-wide or a business-wide business intelligence and analytics tool like a Domo or like a Tableau software. So anyways, I've seen some fantastic results out of that. As you start implementing that and it becomes habitual within the business, as it becomes company policy, you start seeing some really great outcomes. And especially where you have, kind of highly siloed teams that maybe there's not great visibility across what they're doing. If you can let Google Analytics provide that visibility, and perhaps only division managers or department managers have the ability to create annotations so they can edit. They have edit rights, or they have admin authority within your Google Analytics package. But perhaps other people in the business maybe only have read authority. So when they log in, they can only view those things. So definitely, you want to have some admin controls on your analytics account, so nobody can go in there and sort of mess around with the data, etc. And some of that data will be commercially sensitive, so you'll want to have some custom reports set up, and maybe have those custom reports automatically sent to different people within the business. But certainly, your managers that you need to have a high level of trust in, start encouraging them to diarize major changes, major activities, major initiatives within the business. Start being able to connect those back to business results, and then you can start tracking the changes and the impact of those initiatives on the business in a kind of almost like a big data sort of way. And then you can start making the improvements and the adjustments and the optimizations based on that hard data. So hopefully that's been useful to you. Hope you have a fantastic Easter break. I'll try to squeeze in a couple of more videos throughout this break, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.